So I have been reading, I've been, started reading digitally about 7 years ago. Once you start adopting the telepathology way of life, it's really hard to go back. And what I mean by that is our time is valuable as pathologists. Just like every other doctor, we're being overworked and the pay continues to go down as reimbursements go down. And so finding a ways to maximize your efficiencies when you're there at the office is, just becomes ever more important. So what you quickly realize is in the traditional methodology, the vast majority of our time is spent identifying the case on your LIS, on your computer, say, okay, there it is. Then you have to look down, find the slide that corresponds with that, marry those two. Yep, that's right. You put that on the stage of the microscope, you focus, spend very little time actually looking through it. I mean, the majority of this stuff is, it kind of jumps out at you. You look at this, you look at the tissue, then you have to take that off, put it back down in the separate container. Then you have to pivot back around. Then you start writing up or typing up your report for each one of those. Prostate is usually 12 cores for each one of those. You do that 12 times per case. So what became really apparent real quick on the digital side is while you're looking at the image, if you're able to marry building that report with as you're looking, it streamlines everything. It takes away all of those inefficiencies and it really maximizes your throughput as an individual pathologist. So that's why once you realize that, and not to mention the back end of all the AI and everything else that comes along with this, it truly does become a no-brainer. The image quality, we're obviously CAP validated. We validate everything we look at with a microscope just to make sure. But the image quality now on these iPads rival anything as far as a microscope goes. So I have yet to encounter the case. Granted, I'm looking at genitourinary, prostate, and bladder, where I've looked at something and said, "Man, I sure wish I had a glass slide and a microscope here, so I could really, kind of get down on this thing and throw oil on it or something." But we're able to go to 40x, and like I said, again, like the tissue clarity, the image quality is such that it's a non-issue.